No worthy problem is ever solved within the plane of its original conception. We have to do the best we can. This is our sacred human responsibility. Without changing our pattern of thought, we will not be able to solve the problems we created with our current patterns of thought. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. If one day you have to choose between the world and love, remember this. If you choose the world, you'll be left without love. But if you choose love, with it you will conquer the world. When forced to summarize the general theory of relativity in one sentence, time and space and gravitation have no separate existence from matter. Only morality in our actions can give beauty and dignity to life. You do not really understand something unless you can explain it to your grandmother. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Most people stop looking when they find the proverbial needle in the haystack. I would continue looking to see if there were other needles. Rejoice with your family in the beautiful land of life. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. Our separation from each other is an optical illusion. You cannot prepare for war and peace at the same time. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. The greatest scientists are artists as well. The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. Why is it that no one understands me, and everybody likes me? It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Now he has departed from this strange world a little ahead of me. That means nothing. People like us, who believe in physics, know that the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Everything is determined, the beginning as well as the end, by forces over which we have no control. It is determined for the insect, as well as for the star. Human beings, vegetables, or cosmic dust, we all dance to a mysterious tune, intoned in the distance by an invisible piper. Never underestimate your own ignorance. I see a pattern, but my imagination cannot picture the maker of that pattern. I see a clock, but I cannot envision the clockmaker. The human mind is unable to conceive of the 4 dimensions, so how can it conceive of a God, before whom 1,000 years and 1,000 dimensions are as one? Chess holds its master in its own bonds, shackling the mind and brain so that the inner freedom of the very strongest must suffer. Necessity is the mother of all invention. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice. The greatest tragedy of human existence is the illusion of separateness. The pursuit of knowledge is more valuable than its possession. Solitude is painful when one is young, but delightful when one is more mature. It is better to believe than to disbelieve. In doing, you bring everything to the realm of possibility. Physics is essentially an intuitive and concrete science. Mathematics is only a means for expressing the laws that govern phenomena. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. Knowledge is realizing that the street is one way. Wisdom is looking in both directions anyway. Women always worry about things that men forget. Men always worry about things women remember. Astrology is a science in itself and contains an illuminating body of knowledge. It taught me many things, and I am greatly indebted to it. Without ethical culture, there is no salvation for humanity. Concerning matter, we have been all wrong. What we have called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. Politics is more difficult than physics. You cannot solve current problems with current thinking. Current problems are the result of current thinking. If I could do it all again, I'd be a plumber. A perfection of means and confusion of aims seems to be our main problem. We act as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life. All that we need to make us happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Our lives will be measured by what we do for others. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. There is only one road to human greatness, through the school of hard knocks. Most people see what is, and never see what can be. Life isn't worth living, unless it is lived for someone else. Earth is the insane asylum of the universe. Many of the things you can count don't count. Many of the things you can't count really count. If honeybees become extinct, human society will follow in 4 years.